This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 827, What It Feels Like to Be Rich, by James Altucher of jamesaltucher.com. And I'm Dan, your host. Welcome back to Optimal Finance Daily, where I read to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet. And if you've got any topic requests, please share those with us. You can come to oldpodcast.com and share those ideas. That's oldpodcast.com. And before we get to it today, I want to thank Fundrise for their support. Fundrise enables you to instantly access high-quality, high-potential private market real estate projects, from high-rises in D.C. to multifamily apartments in L.A., and each real estate project is carefully vetted and actively managed by Fundrise's team of real estate pros. Fundrise is the future of real estate investing. Visit fundrise.com/OFD. That's fundrise.com/OFD to have your first 3 months of fees waived. For now, let's get right to our post as we start optimizing your life. What It Feels Like to Be Rich, by James Altucher of jamesaltucher.com. After losing over $1 million a week cash for the entire summer of 2000, I was forced to sell my apartment. So one day in 2002, all the boxes were packed, the apartment was empty. We had 2 moving trucks waiting downstairs to move us an hour north of the city. It was like an exile. My self-esteem was gone, my apartment was gone, I hadn't slept a full night in almost 3 years, and other things I can't even talk about. My ex-wife, my 2 toddler girls, and Lynn, a close family friend who was helping us move, were taking one last look around. "Oh my God," Lynn said. "This is really it." It's been a decade and a lot has happened, good and bad, mostly good. Someone on Quora yesterday asked the question, what's it feel like to be rich? I figured I'd answer based on my pre-2000 experiences. I'll save 2000 to 2010 for another time. A lot of people started answering the Quora question with, I was able to buy this or this and that. Money was never about that for me, then or now. There's never been anything I wanted to buy other than the next iPad. I have minimal material possessions. If you know me, you'd see I dress like and the edges of all my pants are frayed. I don't own a suit. I don't have a driver's license, so fancy cars are out. I like comic books more than paintings. I don't like to fly or sail, and I don't drink wine or eat out a lot. So what did it mean for me back then? DNA. I finally felt good enough about myself to pass on my genes and have children. I never wanted to have children before that. There's apparently some evolutionary reason that we feel a strong urge to pass on our genes. I had never felt that before, but somehow having a significant amount of money gave me permission to want to have kids. Safety. For the briefest of moments, I felt safe, like nothing could harm me and I could live forever. In 1999, I visited the chairman of a company I was a shareholder of. I was in LA and he picked me up at the hotel in his latest Porsche. We drove to his enormous house and he gave me a tour. When we sat down, he told me, I don't even have to do this anymore. I have so much money now that nothing can touch me. I know it sounds unbelievable and a cliche, but a year later he came down with cancer. After battling with cancer for years, he was given worse and worse news about the outlook until eventually he shot himself and his kids found the body. I heard about the news when his wife called everyone in his address book. This is not meant to be a lesson. Money has its benefits, but immortality is not one of them. Another example. A friend of mine was running a prominent gaming site and wanted to maybe sell it or do something with it. It was 1999, so why not? I introduced him to a successful guy I knew on Wall Street. I couldn't even find the guy's office. I'd never been down as south as Wall Street. My friend and I sat there while Shlomo, not his real name, but you get the drift, said, "Look at me. 10 years ago I was a schlub. Now I have $100 million. Only in America, right?" About 2 years later, Shlomo was in the center of a massive FBI sting involving a currency brokerage he had started that had been simply pocketing investors' money since the 70s. He went to jail. Even my Orthodox friends turn away and refuse to talk about him whenever I ask if they knew him. Scarcity. My feelings of safety and immortality quickly gave way to scarcity. After all, I thought, if I could make $10 million, then it must be too easy. In fact, I honestly thought, everyone else had probably already made $11 million. So then I felt poor again. I now needed $100 million to be happy. I drove in a car with a friend of mine and his wife. I said, "Everyone has $10 million now." She quickly said, "Not everyone." Friends. I lost some friends. Then I made some new friends. By the time I was going down in the elevator from my apartment that one last time, 100% of those new friends were destined to never speak to me again, at least through January 12, 2011. My new friends said things like, "Mark Cuban is a stud," or "Him, take away all his shares," or "Good luck, have a nice life," or "Of course it's legal." The value of money. I realized, too late then, but I learned, that I never knew the value of money. I had never even been aware of money before. My prior goals had been playing games, making fun websites, or writing novels. Now my only goal was money, 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 and more money. I told my therapist at the time, in 2001, "It's like losing a loved one." And she said, "Sweetie, sounds like you've never really lost a loved one before." Money is a great thing. It's the payoff on hard work, great luck, which is often earned luck, and you can do amazing things with it. Build new businesses, create jobs, buy your independence and freedom from corporate America. But first you have to climb many hurdles, of which earning the money is only the first. Very few things are better than earning a lot of money, but money finds a home only in places where it's appreciated. I didn't appreciate the money, so it left me. When we were in the car driving to our new home back in 2002, it was in the middle of a snowstorm. I wanted to cry. I felt so bad about what was happening, but it was too much to think about. So for a brief moment, I watched the snow and remembered what it was like to be a kid, tasting the first snow of the year on the tip of my tongue. You just listened to the post titled, "What It Feels Like to Be Rich" by James Altucher of jamesaltucher.com. And thank you again to Fundrise for their support. Come by fundrise.com/OFD to get your first 3 months free. Private market real estate has historically provided excellent ongoing cash flow, even as it supports long-term growth. Private market assets like these are a strategy for diversifying beyond public market investments and even other kinds of real estate, like publicly traded REITs. And Fundrise is the future of real estate investing. The platform's innovations power an investor-first model by eliminating the bloated costs and middlemen that have traditionally weighed down real estate investing, saving investors time and money. And that's why it's frequently mentioned as a recommended tool in the blogs that I narrate here. Unparalleled transparency and real-time reporting let you see how the development of specific properties impact your overall portfolio. Check it out. Visit fundrise.com/OFD. That's fundrise.com/OFD to have your first 3 months of fees waived. And that's it for today's show. Thank you so much for listening and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you back here tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.